What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to T-Box Talk, episode 13. Gonna do a bit of a shorter one here for the 4th of July week. I know a lot of places taking this week off, but the boys, we're in here grinding. I love it. This episode, as always, joined today by Josh, Will, and Nicky Shanks. And we're just going to have some fun today. Going to do a little bit of a weekend roundup, talking about our 4th of July weekends. Go into some What Are We Watching, just because I need to talk about Stranger Things. And then we'll close it up with some behind the scenes at OMADA Golf. So, boys, 4th of July weekends. Will, I know there was catastrophe with the AC.
Another wasted day on Friday. Sat in the house all day for our AC to still not work. They have been there all day today. My girlfriend had to take the day off to facilitate the installation. It's still not working. So, Friday was a wash, but we had a really busy Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so that kind of made up for it. I'm not going to dive too much into details, but I am looking forward to my golf trip coming up on Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Monday.
So where are you going? Lake Morey?
Lake Morey, Fairleigh, Vermont, baby.
I feel like this is the one that you've talked about since the moment I met you. It's like this is the one trip that's actually consistent every year that you just love.
It's my 10th year. It's going to be my dad's 40th year.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Right.
What?
Big numbers. Play a lot of golf.
Years?
Yeah. It started as an in-law thing to get to know my mom's father. And they just kept it going. And every year they just bring in new people. So now it's getting to the point where I'm bringing in groups of my friends to continue this tradition.
Wow.
So, I'll be sitting here one day, 30, 40 years, and it'll be my 50th year. So it's cool. We play like 90 to 100 holes of golf in 3 days, and it's really just all about the golf and spending time with your buddies.
So talk about the place as a whole. Is it like a resort destination, or is it like only made for golfers?
No, it's a resort destination. They have a lot of options there for non-golfers, and it's also a big like wedding event venue. Mm-hmm. And actually, in the winter, they do massive pond hockey tournaments on Lake Morey.
That sounds so cool.
It's a cool spot. It's grown a lot over the years, but the best part about it is the price hasn't really. I mean, it's changed since 1980, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's only about $500 now for the entire weekend, which is an absolute steal for unlimited golf, food, and lodging.
That's like an incredible deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, years and years and years ago, it was only like $100, $200. So, obviously, with inflation, it's going to go up. But it's really stayed around that $500 mark over the last 5 years. And it's a great bang for your buck.
And how's the course?
Tough. They play the Vermont Open there.
Really?
They do. Yeah. It's par 70. It's par 70, 34, 36. Front nine's not bad, but you got to score. The back nine, that'll put you in the rafters, baby. Two really hard back-to-back par fives. You get through those. You got 2 more really tough par fours, and then it's home free. If you can make it through those 4 holes, then you've done it.
Damn.
How's the like ambiance? Is it surrounded by mountains and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say
it's nestled in a little valley. Yeah.
Is there a lake? Is there an actual lake that you can go swimming on and take boats out on and stuff?
Yeah, you can rent pontoon boats. You can rent kayaks. You can rent regular boats. And it's actually a very big destination for boys and girls Scouts of America. So they have 2 camps on the lake as well.
That's sick.
That makes me want to like have a marshmallow on the fire.
Dude, it's great. They got like cornhole set up outside. You can eat outside.
Yeah.
It's a whole entire vibe. And everyone I've brought so far over the last 10 years has they've all come back.
I can tell you're really excited about this.
I look
the
minute I leave, I look forward to it next year. And there have been times where I've been on the drive home and there's tears in my eyes because I don't want to come home. I've had so much fun at Lake Morey.
I think I definitely learned over this weekend that like there are certain destinations and things that you'd want to do in certain places, and if you can get a mix going of like boat, like it doesn't even have to be saltwater, freshwater, or pontoon, this, that. It doesn't matter. Just like get on a boat, get on some water, like play around a golf, and then ultimately have good food and whatnot. I mean, even if I don't care what age you are, that's just something you're gonna walk away from smiling from. There's just like that's the perfect combination.
Exactly. Some days we overdo it. I mean, some years we overdo it with like too much golf and not enough like downtime. But like that happy medium is like playing really early in the morning, like 6 o'clock. You play your 36 holes, and then you've got like a couple hours to kill on the lake before dinner time. So it's good. It's good decompression.
That's good.
Good. We go swimming after dinner too. It's obviously against doctor's orders. You need to wait 30 minutes for your food to digest, but
Biggest scam of all time.
I love that, dude. That sounds like such a good time to me.
It is.
What you just said. Although the 36 holes is fucking insane.
Well, you're in carts. You're in carts. So really, it's just a matter of swinging the club.
I'd be more like on like play 9 and then go do that.
No, unlimited golf, baby.
Wake up at like 12, go play 9 holes, then go on the lake at like 2 or 3, and then start hammering drinks, and then like go fucking munch.
Oh
after.
man, that bar's open up at. If we're on the tee at 6:30 a.m., you best believe there's shots of amaretto.
Oh my god,
some transfusions.
That's the thing too. You have to pace yourself, brother.
You do. But after after going for so many years,
Yeah.
you've got it on lock. And they're not strict about like bringing your own booze out on the course, even though it's
Is the booze all inclusive, or do you have to pay?
no,
for
you
that?
got to pay for your booze.
Okay,
But the
makes
food is
sense.
free. The food is free. The carts, you have to pay for your golf carts.
Okay.
But the golf and the lodging and the dinner and breakfast are free.
nice.
Yeah, that sounds like a great time, to be honest with you. And like we go from boats to mopeds here. I think me and Josh did one of the funnest things I've ever done in my life on Saturday. We were down in Newport, Rhode Island, which is, probably the crown jewel of Rhode Island. And we rented some mopeds.
You sure it's not Cumberland, Rhode Island?
Wow.
Same thing, different name.
Woonsocket.
Honestly, it goes Woonsocket, Cumberland, Newport, in that order. But we were down in Newport, and we rented the mopeds, and we went for probably like 3 hours, 15 minutes. We went to every bit of Newport you could go to, and it was just like one of the best times of my life. Like
That's awesome.
It was so incredibly fun. But Will, you said you had like buried something.
I'm so mad that I didn't get back to you guys. Like, I think I got back to you almost immediately, but I think I could have responded in maybe 1 or 2 nanoseconds.
See, we had sent
When
that video and I left.
When I saw that spot, I was like, that's exactly where my buddy and I set up a hammock. Like 3 or 4 years ago. We drove down there with his truck one day. We did a big road bike ride, and then we found this little path. He had a crappy hammock in his car. We threw it up in the woods. And the minute I saw you guys pulled over at that stop right there, I'm like, I think that's where the pullover was, because there's only 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I did. I had sent the video, and then we immediately left. And we'll throw a couple of videos in of me and Josh's moped adventure. But it was super fun, man. Like, I didn't think I could have that much fun on the moped. I made a stupid mistake, though. I really underestimated how powerful the mopeds were. Like, they got up to like 30 or so miles an hour, and I elected to not go with the helmet. And the whole time I was like, I am such an idiot right now. Like,
So fucking stupid.
Like, Josh was smart, used his brain, and rented the helmet. And I don't even think it was an extra cost for the helmet either. I was just like, no, I don't want the helmet.
The electric longboards have like made me realize very quickly, and I don't all the time wear helmets with them, but I've taken a couple spills on just those going 15 miles an hour, and it's like, dude, like that. You know what I mean? You could just have your fucking head in half. I mean, it's like you hit the ground so hard because of the way you fall. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like when you get, like when people like roll out of a car, they're trying to do it in a way that's like, no, you never control any of that. When you splat when you fall, you know?
Which I was surprised to hear, because I went to Block Island last year and did the moped thing, and they require you to wear a helmet.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
So I don't know if that's specific to Block Island, because there's been several deaths out on the block with like people riding mopeds and like drinking and like getting into accidents. So
yeah, I don't know. The rule was if you were over 21, you didn't have to wear a helmet, which doesn't really make
that doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
No.
Yeah.
It makes no sense at all now that I think about it, because like that's when you would be drinking riding the mopeds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
But whatever, they didn't require it. I didn't
think
do
it's
it.
just like
Regretted
a
it.
liability thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some legal cause of action that if you're over 21, you're making decisions it's on you. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like 21 years old, you don't want to wear a fucking helmet like these dumb shits over here. Like him, it was all 3 of them. I went with 2 other guys, and all 3 of them opted out of the helmet. I'm like,
Idiots.
damn, dude,
You know
you
what?
realize you're going to be on the road with fucking 6,000-pound fucking trucks, right?
Yeah. Hey, good for you though. You know, you didn't let peer pressure get you.
No,
Safety-
Josh put that
Shanks.
helmet
You know
Safety
what?
first, then teamwork.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
Colucci.
great. You know,
It
lots
was
of
stupid.
props.
I
Dude.
tried to get him to wear them too, just for the record.
Yeah, it was
Good.
stupid.
Like I had this buddy, actually it's the freight train.
Oh.
And a couple of years in a row, like we would go skiing and he like wouldn't wear a helmet. And I was like, and it like actually got most of us angry.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like what is the downside of wearing a fucking helmet, which is an extra layer of heat, and some of them are like insulated and you don't even need to wear a hat or whatever the case is. But they're just not that bad. Put a fucking helmet on.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll take some beef for that too, because for about 4 years I didn't wear a helmet skiing. Yeah.
I think that's the most idiotic. Well, again, I now am such a hypocrite because I didn't wear it on the moped.
Do the boo button. Do we have a boo button?
Is that the boo one?
I don't know.
no, it's top two.
That's creepy music.
It's the yellow button.
I labeled them. I'm not giving you applause for that one. Oh. They're laughing at you for not wearing the helmet.
No, my dad's the same way. My dad like refuses to wear a helmet when he skis, and he's like, oh, I've been skiing for 50 years. Like, I don't need to wear a helmet. I'm like, yes, you do. Like, there's like so many accidents. Like, and it's not even about your own skill. That's what the thing about skiing and snowboarding is
It's not about skill.
half the time you wipe out, it's because somebody caused you to wipe out.
Yeah.
Somebody cut in front of you, or somebody went right into your legs. So it's just always it's always a bad time. Josh went on a sailboat yesterday for the 4th. I know you rented it out for your family as a little gift. How was it?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, honestly, you'd be shocked. Like, it was $400. We tipped $100, and if you think about it, like, it was a 2 to 6 passenger thing. So like, you could go for 2 hours with a fucking captain on a 34-foot sailboat, which honestly was, I wouldn't even need to. There's no reason to go any bigger than that. Like, we were able to go to the front of the boat, lay down, like the whole. I mean, it was fucking electric. And it's less than $100 a head if you were to like split it with friends. So like,
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
having lived in Rhode Island, I'm actually like pretty upset with myself and all of my friends that like we've never done that.
Or never even looked into it.
Yeah, like I guess maybe it's just we didn't know, but like, dude, you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit with a boat, and you just go down to Newport, you take the boat out for 2 hours, and when you get back to port, like it changes your. It's weird to say it changed my perspective of Newport. Like, coming off a boat is what all those restaurants and wharfs are designed to like cater to, like the people that roll off the boat and want to get like a sea meal. Because we had, Pirates of the Caribbean blasting, you know what I mean? Like, we had fucking, you've
Sea
watched
shanties and
yeah,
stuff.
we played There Once Was a and then we played Black Sails.
I never watched all of Black Sails.
You basically watched it now.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
So you made the most of it. It
We
was a
didn't
good
make the
time.
most of it. We fucking blew that thing out of the sky, out of the water.
Out of the
I mean,
water.
It was fucking awesome, dude.
I think that's one of those things that you just assume costs so much money. that
Exactly.
You just never,
Exactly.
You never look into it, and then you find out it's only a few $100, and it's like, oh,
Well,
what
dude,
the fuck?
chartering like a 40-foot boat is like for a day pass is like $5,000 or $10,000. I mean, and that's without a captain. So it's like
Oh wow.
this particular boat, for whatever reason, the way they've set it up and everything, that just worked out. In fact, like a couple of the guys that did the mopeds with us, they all said, it was like the highlight of their summer, that activity. And I would even venture to say that the sailboat was better than the mopeds by like a good stretch too, not like a little bit. It's like a lot better.
Were you able to see land the whole time?
Yeah, you just go out and see, sailing's different. It's not like a motorboat. You can't just take it and blow through the fucking ocean. They have to do this zigzag method, and it only goes up like 5 to 8 knots. So it's like you're cruising, but like she's fucking whipping sails all around and like, like changing shit, and you're like on the front. I actually it was crazy. Like, she, at the very end, like as we were going into port, she like reset the sails, and like one of the ropes of the sail came whipping at me.
Oh wow.
And because I was in the front, and it fucking caught my neck. I'm not even kidding, dude. And this thing went fast, like ripped up.
Just what your neck needs.
Yeah, seriously.
Like looking at Nick while you're telling the story, I'm like, oh God.
I didn't have enough the last couple fucking months of me being like debilitated. I wanted to get a nice little fucking whiplash of sailboat.
It hits the knot, like fixes his neck.
Yeah, I was
though,
gonna
like-
say it pulls it and stretches it like a chiropractor. Usually it just
Hoists
pops.
me in the air and
Yeah.
it like resets me.
Josh is like 6 feet taller. He's like found his true height.
Sounds like you had a great time. No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Nicky Shanks, do anything fun?
Oh, whole lot of nothing again, guys. Welcome to my life. Played more golf. Woohoo! Another weekend.
Play more golf.
I mean, that's it. Played some golf on Monday morning, and then kind of hung out with the family at home. Little back deck activities, and told some stories. Some of my friends from home came over, and that whole thing. But yeah, me and the golf course can't seem to get away from each other.
Do you
Sounds very
go to
exciting.
Newport at all?
I do, but like for me, I mean, to go out is kind of like a big ordeal with all my buddies trying to organize it. So
Yeah.
unless there's like an Airbnb or something involved, it's tougher for us to go there and really enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah,
if I'm
100%.
there and like we're at the bar, like I'm gonna want to drink, you know, and it's just not smart for us to Uber all the way there, and we're obviously not gonna drive, you know.
Well, I'll help you out. The
So-
bars fucking suck in Newport.
All right.
Everything
I
closed.
disagree.
They all close at 1. So like you'll be out in the core of your good time. Like we went out at like 11:30 at night because we were on our roof. We had a
Yeah.
roof in the place. It was awesome. We were
Yeah.
drinking, a couple of beers. We were watching fireworks in the distance, like playing music. It was absolutely unreal.
Right.
And we left to go to the bars, and like it felt like we were there for an hour before they shut the whole thing down. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Not what we're looking for.
But it's also like really expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we had like an inn, it was like a family friend kind of situation. Like it wasn't those apartments have gotten so expensive because all the New Yorkers have just spilled in, you know?
Yeah.
And you
Everybody
want
can work from home, so they can, go live in Newport and work
Yeah.
for wherever they're working.
your family won the apartment in an auction, right?
It was, but it was like a local, it was like for the school that they support. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, so they got it for a slamming deal.
Yeah.
And it also, I mean, it's not a full house or anything like that. I mean, it's a cottage. It's a
There was
cottage.
definitely more bedrooms that were supposed to be in that place. Like that place
Yeah.
was very small for they crammed 3 bedrooms out of
Yeah.
nowhere into this
Into a
like,
smaller,
It's a
yeah.
cottage. It's
like
not
a
really
like a
house.
townhouse kind of
But
vibe.
like it's not made to chill in. The roof was sick.
The roof was insane.
But like it's made to just have a home base.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
here's a home base. Go out in Newport. Here's a
Yeah.
home base. So I have a story from the nighttime, which kind of embarrassing on my end. So we end up, we're rooftop chilling. Then we go out, then we come back, and I had a couple drinks. Around 3:30 in the morning, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, I get up. I gotta take a piss. And I
You make some peepees.
no, I walked. I walked in the wrong door. I
Oh,
walked
no.
into Josh's and parents where they were staying. And I thought it was the bathroom. I did not go to the bathroom in there.
Oh
Okay,
my
thank
God.
God.
Like,
Turns on the light.
I open the door and like I start walking in and like the only thing I remember is like his mom was just like, Andrew? and I just like snapped to and I was like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong room. And I was like, sorry. And then I just scurried out of there. And then I found the bathroom. And then that was it. And I was super embarrassed for the whole rest of the time I was there.
Oh my God, that's actually funny.
Yeah, that's
I don't make those mistakes. Like
you know,
that.
just for the record, that was actually probably your best stand-up joke story.
Fuck.
That was actually not a
should've
bad.
saved
That
that
actually
one.
had a
I know.
punchline. Was like you build it all up. I just had a couple of drinks. I went to the room. You know what I mean? And then wouldn't I know it? Andrew, is that you, Mr.
Yeah.
Macari? Like that was a good punchline. Not bad, at least. I don't know.
It was quite embarrassing. But yeah.
It's pretty funny. The next day, I was like on
Yeah.
the phone with her, and I put him on the spot, and I was like, "Yeah, Andrew was telling me about how you sniffle when you sleep a little bit. And how you guys are like, you breathe kind of heavy when you sleep." And he was noticing that as he was over you. In the room.
It was not my best performance.
She also, by the way, I listened to the whole entire podcast, Phil's last episode with her on the way up. She was dying
That's
laughing.
great.
She absolutely loved
Yeah.
it. She was like so fucking happy for mainly for Phil and Colucci actually, because she felt like Colucci's been doing. She's like, he's doing a fucking great job, and then she couldn't stop fucking laughing at Phil. Everything
Yeah.
that he fucking said.
And look how Colucci repays her. Just watches her sleep.
Yeah, Colucci.
Yeah, maybe I was just, so I just want to go talk to her about the pod. I don't know what was going on in my head, but it was a tough showing, but it was fun. I also relived my glory days as a pro wiffle ball player. I was up the Cape with my whole family, and me and a couple of my cousins and my brother were just you ever get that feeling when you return to things when you're older and it's just so much smaller? Like we used to play wiffle ball for at least 10 to 12 hours a day in my cousin's backyard, and it was everything to us. So 2-on-2 wiffle ball, like we had all these crazy set of rules. It was everything. And then we were back at the Cape House this weekend, and we were kind of playing around a little bit, just kind of switching off and stuff. And it was just one of those moments where it's just wow, this is what we used to do for like 12 hours a day, and it was the world to us. And now it was still fun, but it was like it became a lot smaller, and it was great. It was just one of those moments.
Yeah.
One of my uncles was like shedding a tear watching, because he used to sit and just watch us play, and like he'd just have a kick out of it. And so like to see everyone kind of all grown up like 12, 15 years later is just like, it's just really cool.
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming story.
I had one of the same moments last night, actually, with one of my buddies who had come over, and my brother was outside, and we play like backyard golf growing up, like like the 5 holes, you like chip to them, and all of a sudden we kind of look up, my mom's on the deck, like taking like a video of us, like with her flash on, and I'm like, kind of thinking it's weird, but at the same time, like you think about it, and I'm 21 now, my brother's 23, my buddy's 23, like that's over basically for us, right? So for her to kind of see us doing that, it was great kind of for her to see, and for us to kind of sit back and realize, okay, the only difference is now we have a few beers with us, but
Yeah.
like it's this like things that we take with us as we're growing up, you know, like, and for me that's kind of golf, so it kind of translates.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only question I have is for that on that whole story is you know, it's funny, every single year I keep checking my inbox, and I don't ever see an invite to any of the Colucci cookouts. I've been checking my inbox since fucking 2008. And every fucking year, I'm just as disappointed as the previous year. I get left on fucking no notice, no invitation. You know, I feel like I've had this cookout I've ever done in my life. All my friends and family. I've never gotten even as little as a fucking video. They don't even think of me enough to just send a snapshot of what the Colucci family's up to. And half of them look to me as like it's like basically I'm like family. I've been there since kindergarten, and this little fuck hasn't invited me one time.
And they're one burger short.
What do you have to say for yourself? Here we go, live on the podcast. What the fuck do you have to say for yourself, Colucci?
You know, I go ahead. I'm just gonna have to agree with everything there. Josh does invite me to just about every single family cookout, and I don't think I've reciprocated once.
I think he's ashamed of me, is what I think.
But
I think
it's not like a family cookout though. It's just like
even worse.
It's so weird. It's just us. We literally just sit on the back porch and just talk for like 8 to 10 hours. Like there no games, nothing. It's just my uncle chefs up some dogs, burgers, some peppers, onions. It's great, but like it's not like your cookouts. Like your cookouts, like there's coolers and there's this and that and this and that. This is just kind of like you know, in like The Sopranos, every Sunday they do like a Sunday dinner, and like they're all just like shooting.
this is an Italian cookout.
It's an Italian cookout.
It's all about the sausages and the peppers and onions.
You just sit on the back porch and you just talk for hours, just sharing the same.
You don't think
stories.
that I could talk with Cicillinis
I know you
and
could. That's
Colucci's?
wrong family.
You're not doing. I thought there was a blend.
No, this is the Colucci side.
No blend.
This is my dad's side, and like and his sister.
It's blendless.
She owns the Cape House.
I'll tell you what, Nick. Do me a favor. So let me know next year this time around. When we're talking whatever. You'll have to check in with me and see if I've still not received an invite or not. Because again, I sit here waiting every single goddamn year.
I might make you a fake invite and send it on behalf of him just so this ends. Because for me, at the outside looking, this is heartbreaking.
This is fucked up.
This is heartbreaking.
You can say it's fucked up.
Hey.
It's fucked up.
I acknowledge that it's fucked up. You know, it's just it is what it is. Not my fucking problem.
Whoa!
Too bad, so
hey.
sad.
Too bad, so sad.
Oh.
Let's
Why don't we start our own cookout and not invite Colucci?
I'm fucking with that, dude.
Good. Train tracks. Right on the train tracks.
This little asshole was at my fucking house this weekend.
We'll send him
Eating
the wrong
your food,
address.
drinking your beer.
Yeah, dude. I fucking bought a whole case of Coronas for all these guys that came up. And
I bought my own.
Oh, that's right, he did.
He was
'cause
drinking
he's
the
weird
lemon
like
Nooners.
that.
No, because he doesn't want you to hold it against him when he doesn't invite you.
That's facts. I
Never let anybody get advantage
you.
on you.
You want to laugh? Actually, you want to fucking laugh. So, I'm one of the guys that's there with me. Like, we stayed out later than them because I paid some guy like $100 on like or $75 with my buddy to take us around on bicycles. Like, you know, the bicycle wagon.
Yeah, the rickshaws or whatever.
We left the bar like it was like they shut us down at like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I was like, that fucking sucks. And I am like still hammered. Like I need to go do something. Like so we got on one of the little bucket rides and we went around for 30 minutes all around Newport. Absolutely electric, right? We even I made a deal. I gave one life favor to some guy in line at a pizza parlor and he bought a pizza for us. So he gave us $20. It was unreal. I reached out to him on Instagram and everything. It was kind of like a pretty.
You owe him an IOU.
Yeah, I owe him an IOU for a fucking
boy.
pizza. But get this. So
Uh-oh.
I finally get home, and I get inside the room, and Brendan and I walk in, and Colucci's sleeping on the floor, right? And because there wasn't, it was like whatever.
Oh.
He didn't know that somebody was not in the other room, whatever. There's 2 beds. But we decided we want to go back out. We're going to try to find like a beach, go to the cliff walk, just like go for a walk, have a couple more beers, whatever. And when I get back, I dawned on me that like I had to share a bed with Brendan, and this little fuck is on the other side of the wall in his own fucking full-size queen fucking bed, and I had to sleep next to somebody in my own house while he fucking got the sleep of his life in the other room. It was the most and then I looked the next day, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I got a cookout. I'm like, how about a fucking invite, dude? Like, guy's taking my bed.
It goes from the king treatment to no treatment at all. Just
It's just now that it's all
cutting
replaying in
ties.
my head, it's not coming up Andrew right now. It's just this story.
It's not coming up, Andrew.
This story's coming up against me.
and there's nowhere to hide here. We
No.
all work together.
But I can transition us into the next segment and get the heat off my back.
As fast as possible.
What are we watching? I'll tell you what I'm watching. I'm not going to spoil it just because there's a good chance not everybody's a psychopath like me, but I woke up at like 7:30, 8 in the morning on Friday, and I just crushed the volume 2 of Stranger Things, and it was perfect. I'm so satisfied with how it went. I'm so satisfied with my plan because like right after I'm on TikTok and I see a spoiler and I'm like, well, thank God I woke up and watched it because that would have been fucking terrible. And it was incredible. If you haven't seen Stranger Things Volume 2 for Season 4 yet, you got to do it because it was that good. Like, they stuck the landing perfectly.
They did. It was.
You seem to be passionate about that too.
It was phenomenal. I mean, we watched it in 2 parts. I'm not a psychopath like Colucci, so I didn't watch 4 hours straight of Stranger Things. I think my brain would just literally be up in the upside down permanently. But no, we watched the first episode on Friday. It was late. I wasn't really into it because just that day was just a shit show. But we watched the longer episode, the second episode, on Saturday, and it seemed like it went by in an hour.
Yeah.
And it was 2.5 hours. Like, we took 2 breaks, which, someone with ADHD, I like have to, otherwise I just start fidgeting and not paying attention. But we took 2 breaks, but I was like, at the end of the 2.5 hours, I was like, it's over?
Yeah. It's 2.5 hours. It doesn't seem like it.
No. And it was like, I definitely caught me tearing up a couple times.
big
I mean,
time.
easy money, plan on dropping a few tear bombs out of your eyes, but
Big time.
I cried when Samwise Gamgee died. You guys know who
In
that?
the
You
world
don't have
of-
a clue.
Oh, no.
I
You're
just-
talking about Bob
this
from
whole
Stranger
segment-
Things,
Yeah,
played by
I just,
Sean
like,
Astin.
oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee.
Well, you'll cry, 3 to 4 times potentially on this final
I'm getting
episode.
so close to just being like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch it. But I don't want to fucking have nightmares. I don't like them, dude.
Nightmare.
And this guy is like, everybody's telling me. I mean, that one scene where he's like levitating the little redhead girl.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
kinda-
as bad as it gets, kind of thing, or does it get worse? Is it gross? Because I know that the one before was so disgusting. It was so gross.
I mean, if you how are you with bones breaking?
Whoa.
I don't mind the bones breaking, and from what I saw, I don't really mind. Like, he doesn't scare me that much, but like,
People's eyes get sucked into the back of their head. That's about the grossest it gets.
What is going on?
have you not seen Stranger Things? You haven't
man.
seen
No,
this?
this segment is perfect for me to just like smile and nod. Like, and I feel like I'm watching it now. Maybe I should go and watch it after I hear
Have
guys
you seen
talk
the
about
first
it. I've
episode?
never seen a minute of Stranger
That's
Things.
crazy, dude.
All right, get the
What?
fuck out.
The first season
Serious?
is like not as like the first season is creepy, but it's not as demonic as the new
Yeah.
one.
They get like more demonic as the seasons go on. Yeah.
The one with the monster in the basement, I think, was more
Season
scary.
3.
Yeah, which was last season. So I think that was more. Well, I mean, if you're splitting it up,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, season 3. I think that was more scary than what I saw out of the new guy. So
yeah.
Venmar, was it Venmar?
Vecna, yeah.
Vecner.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think you should definitely watch it, especially because you've already seen the first 3 seasons, so there's no reason not to watch it.
No, that's actually completely accurate. It's like I've come this far, but I do remember it having an effect on me. It was so depressing, that last one, because there's so much death and people just getting sucked up into this blob and whatnot.
Okay, well, if that's your issue, then maybe stay away from this.
Well, no, it's not that I can't handle it. It's that, like, it's summertime. People keep trying. That was one thing I noticed too, is like I'm sick and tired of people like hitting me with negative shit while I'm like on vacation or at summer and I'm trying to like go on a boat or like eat a fucking, I'm just trying to eat a meal, you know what I mean, and whatnot, in like a good state of mind. And like I got my mom talking about crazy shit from the news that she's hearing that day.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how long I know I could watch Stranger Things and I'll get over it. You know, like I've seen plenty of stuff, but I'm just saying that like right now I'm kind of riding summer highs.
Yeah. Maybe we'll wait. We'll watch like emotional stuff on YouTube instead.
Yeah.
Like
Volume 2 is
happy
definitely
things, like good
depressing.
deeds.
I have something that I watched over the weekend that's like, it's a must.
You should let me hear it.
Have you guys seen the new Netflix movie with Kevin Hart and
I wanted to so bad.
what's his name?
It's Kevin.
Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Harrelson. Yeah, you got it.
Harrelson. Oh my God, dude. Kevin Hart is just there's
I love Kevin Hart.
there's certain like celebrities that come out and they do stuff and they're like, you know, they've had a tremendous amount of success and just keep compounding it. Like he keeps advertising to me Fabletics over and over and over again. I'm like, dude, how do you not have enough money yet? Like I feel like, you know, you've already done everything there is to do. But when you watch that movie, you recognize why he has so much power and why he just keeps going, because you just can't not love him. He's just so lovable. It's crazy. And they just, I don't know. It's a must watch. Must watch.
See,
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm going to get the
Okay.
name of it right now.
I'm in a weird place with this movie because, you know, when you're with all your buddies and like there's people there, like girls, guys, all hanging out, whatever, and they're like, let's just like put something on the TV and hang out. That was what we put on the TV. So I was indirectly like not paying attention to it. So now I'm gonna go back and watch it and have like deja vu every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The man from
And it's
Toronto.
like, yeah,
The man from Toronto.
and I'm gonna be
Gotcha.
like living the movie again, but not really, and it's gonna be awful. And I think I ruined it for myself.
Dude,
I'm gonna
that-
watch it tonight.
That movie.
I might have to
rewatch
watch
it.
I might watch
because
it tonight.
honestly, like rewatch it, because if you didn't walk away being like that movie was fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
then you weren't paying attention, because the shit that he does in that movie is like, it's just so, you know what they did was they took like a typical love story kind of thing and they threw, okay, you remember when I was telling you last week about comedy jokes, how they get you to anticipate one thing and then they throw in a wrench to the whole
Yeah.
thing? That whole movie was full of wrenches. And there are like these moments that are like super lovey-dovey and you're like getting emotional all of a sudden, and then something fucking crazy happens and you're just like, you can't, like, you just die, you're laughing out loud, like it's that funny. And that's rare. New comedies nowadays have struggled, like a lot of the Will Ferrell new movies, and this is a hot take, but like Will Ferrell's lost it. He's lost that edge he once had. He is not coming out with anything new that's really blowing anybody away.
I would agree with
From
that.
a comedy perspective, and like Kevin Hart's brought it back for me post COVID. I can't
He's
think of
so
too many more.
fucking funny, dude. I love Kevin
Can't think of
Hart.
any other
I
comedy
like Woody
movies.
Harrelson too. Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's great too. He's so
Yeah,
good.
he is really good. I'll tell you what.
I can't think of any good comedies recently. either.
Sorry.
With Will Ferrell or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah, like that. Okay, that was the only question I was going to ask before you say your opinion.
Oh,
Have
no.
you heard of, like, can you think of any comedies in the last 2 years that really stuck out? Like movies, not shows.
Not really, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, it's a tough question because so much has come out in the last few years. But I mean, anything that's really stuck, no.
I think a lot of streaming, like especially comedy streaming, is gearing more towards series instead
Yeah,
of
100%.
instead of
They're putting
movies.
their shift in resources.
Because like there was a time when like actors didn't want to do TV because like it was kind of like giving up, and now it's kind of transitioning to like, oh, landed great series. You
Bro,
know?
they get a job for like, look at the Stranger
Years.
Things kids. They literally have
set,
gone,
dude.
their whole entire acting careers are built off of one show.
Yeah, I mean like, and in between all those seasons, they're all filming
Yeah.
movies. Like Mike Finn Wolfhard was in It Chapter 1 and 2.
Yep.
Millie Bobby Brown, I mean, she's gonna be a mega star.
She already is a megastar, dude.
Yeah.
She's already made it.
I thought it was really crazy. I saw on TikTok or Instagram, like she was on Jimmy Fallon or something, and she was like bouncing. She was like showing the example of like how she can go back and forth between her British and her American
Yeah.
accent so easily.
Yeah.
And until that point, I didn't know that she had such like a thick like accent.
Yeah.
You could have just told me she was American after
Right.
watching Stranger Things, and I've been
Never
like,
know.
yep, okay.
There's a lot of actors like that. The one that gets me every time is Christian Bale. From The Dark Knight and stuff. I had no idea he was British until he hit. Like, I just watched an interview with him and I was like, what? And then Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, Andrew Lincoln, super British. Like, didn't even know. There's such. I think that talent is amazing.
Oh, there's another movie.
Hit me with it.
It's the new Chris Evans, not Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. New Chris Hemsworth movie. He's Thor. In case you didn't name to a face.
Well, I need to see that movie now too.
Yeah, Thor. Thor. Love and Thunder. No, but his new movie he came out with. What's the name of it? Yeah, get the name.
Is it new?
It's brand new. I believe it's on Netflix as well. Dude, Netflix is fucking killing it. I don't care what anybody says. I was looking it up. All the comedy specials out there are on fucking Netflix.
Oh, Spiderhead?
Spiderhead just came out, and
But that's like an action movie though, right?
yeah, not a comedy, but it actually was. It provides
Miles
plenty
Teller
of-
too.
Miles Teller, unbelievable, and I just like
he's
he's so
gonna be a
fucking good.
megastar too.
Andrew, he
He
already is
already
a
is.
megastar.
Yeah, he already is,
Yeah. He's not that young anymore. He's like 40 years old, dude. Anyways, it's a very serious movie, but dude, it's scary. You know what? Some of the things I have to it's weird. I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable with some of these movies because they're putting too many ideas into too many people's heads. Like the movie's all about basically like just to give you the premise and not ruin anything because you'll find out scene one of this is like they're injecting drugs as test subjects that create the euphoric, like on different level, euphoria of different emotions. And it just obviously scales up and up and up until it's creepy. But like, so they're doing other things, which I won't say. But the point is like, when you think about like what like chemicals are released into your brain, if you could replicate those chemicals and whatnot, you could literally eliminate certain things. And like drugs, instead of being drugs, could literally just be like human emotion. Like you could just be getting high on whatever it is, like
Dopamine,
yeah,
serotonin.
Like if that's what creates happiness,
Yeah.
then yeah, that would be like you can literally inject yourself with that feeling. And it gets all the way up to where like they can control you and shit. And there's like you can replicate the bad feelings too. So like all the feeling of pain and stuff, they literally like they inject people with it, and it just obviously makes them go insane. And it's like they're putting that into the mind. Like, are they doing this kind of thing?
It's like it's one of those things where like, how did you come up with that concept without it like being something that might be already going on? It's like it
Whoa.
creeps me out.
Yeah, it's
Whoa.
creepy.
Creeps
Yeah.
me
That's why
out.
that movie, I would say watch it, but I think you'll love it because it's dark and it's like it's got a little bit of that spice, suspense. It's a good movie, a great watch.
Nicky Shanks, are you watching anything?
Golf.
All right. Well, then this is a great segue into what do we watch, into some Behind OMADA. And I'm going to stay here right with you, Nick, because learned an interesting thing about Nick over a lunch the other day. And it turns out Nicky Shanks has not been giving us the full Nicky Shanks.
True.
Me and Josh, Will was pretty busy with some stuff. So me and Josh.
No, I fired him on the spot. You guys told me, didn't even think. Fired. And somehow he's still here. I don't know how he got on the
I've been
fucking office
fired
this
like
morning.
15 times in like the span of a month.
This is crazy. So we take Nicky Shanks out to lunch.
A
and
beautiful lunch at that.
A,
Yeah, it was
a
like
great
a
lunch.
greasy lunch.
It was
Grease dog
I
lunch.
felt like I won't say the name of the restaurant, but I felt like shit. After.
Yeah. Said that to me this morning.
But we take Nicky Shanks out. You know, it's on the company. It's on Josh's card, and Nicky Shanks. You know, he's talking to us about the future and maybe if he wants to be full time at OMADA after his internship. He's all jazzed up. Me and Josh were like getting really excited. Then he hits us with a. I think I got to start dressing better for the office because I think my productivity level is not at its full potential unless I'm like dressed up nice.
I haven't been doing as much
See?
as I could be doing.
Yeah,
See,
he
now we're
said
just
it
putting words
point
into
blank.
Nicky Shanks'
That is
mouth here.
exactly what you said.
He's like literally like I basically telling us at our face like this whole summer I've been fucking pissing off and I could be doing much better if I was coming more prepared to work each day.
Based on
this
his clothing.
This is literally moments after he goes, I really like it here. Like, you would never, like, you think that would be an option for me? And then, like, follows that up with fucking, I haven't been productive, and I could be more productive.
I'm going to speak my truth right here. All right, here. I've been thinking hard. I did a long thinking session about this.
A lot of thoughts.
Because it was eating me alive this weekend that I'm not supposedly giving my all here. And this is what I thought. I thought I'm going through some things where I'm realizing that in order to maximize my productivity for the brand, I want to share my insights with everybody here. And for me, I thought, recently I'm getting motivation and just from dressing nice, looking nice, and just really giving my best foot forward. And I said, I want to share this with my friends, my coworkers, my peers. And it backfired like no one would ever believe.
Of course.
And now when I never talk about anything else in this office, this is why. And also, there's no such thing as firing me anymore because I've been fired like 14 times and I am still at my desk happy as a clam.
It's true.
I don't know, Nick. I mean, I think it's...
I got to stay neutral here. I wasn't at lunch, you know? Even though I fired you, I got to stay neutral here.
So we can be friends still? We can be friends?
We'll talk it out over.
So we'll see how Nicky Shanks' productivity level increases. He looks like he didn't really follow through with it. I mean, he's got like a little crew neck.
What are you saying? I look like shit?
You look better than me.
Okay, now you put yourself under the bus, under the freaking...
The 18-wheeler.
Yeah,
Then he let all
under
the air
gun.
out of the tires.
And he comes in here day one off of that whole break that he had time to think about things and coming off that hot lunch and all the firings and whatnot. And he's dressed up in a fucking, what is this?
This is a nice Lulu quarter zip.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
That's nice.
Thank you.
But that's not what you said you were going to come in.
Yeah, I'm
You
still
were
working
talking
on it.
shirt and tie.
I want a fucking tie. I actually think new fucking rule in this
No,
office for
come
Nicky
on.
Shanks.
Next podcast, Nick has to wear a suit and tie.
I'm going to
You're thinking
progressively
podcast.
dress nicer.
I'm thinking
Tomorrow.
new dress code.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to wear whatever they want, and if Nick doesn't show up in a fucking suit and tie every single day, he's out of here.
For the
I'm
16th time.
firing myself at this point.
Yeah, that might be something you have to do. You might actually have to you might have to come in a suit and then like film yourself firing yourself, and then we'll show the suit version to you as, whatever the fuck you're wearing now.
And just to wake me the hell up.
Yeah.
Just like a Nick, Nick, and you can tie, when people do that,
and
they
they
grab their
switch
tie and
sides.
they make sure it's straight and they're like playing with it, and you're like, Nick, you're fired.
I'm going to progressively start dressing nicer, and my productivity is going to stay the same.
Well, gotta try it out. It's like when Michael Scott makes his calm down videos. And he has to,
exactly.
Every time he gets cited, he has to watch them in order to calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was me and Josh were in tears at the lunch table laughing because like Nick just like put himself in the blender. It was so funny.
Hey, happens.
Well, other than that, we're gonna be heading up to Vermont soon for a very secret project, and we'll be telling you more about that soon. But we're all very excited about it. Other than that, some product stuff is coming along very well.
Kinda.
There's been some hiccups. But there's always hiccups when it comes to this business.
It's just taking too fucking long.
Yeah.
We're anxious.
We
want to get going.
I'm starting to get pissed off because I just need shit to happen fast. Like, I want this winter, this Christmas, there should be 10 more items available for purchase. And I'm just like, and this is the real shit, if anybody wants to know, is like, when you get on with manufacturers and you're on the phone, you're trying to source things in the right place and making relationships, it's like things just never really move as fast as you want them to do. And nobody feels the same urgency as you do, except sometimes manufacturers, because manufacturers are your partners. You know what I mean? Like
but the issue is they work with so many other people that like maybe you're not the most important. I don't know.
Yeah, they have bigger clients. Obviously, they've been in business for a long time. A lot of them have bigger clients, but at the end of the day, it's a missed payday if they jack it up. So, we've got a lot going on, a lot of new stuff that's going to be brought in the next couple months. I've been saying that so many times now; it's starting to get old.
Yeah, but this stuff takes time, and we all know that, and hopefully our listeners will know that. But we're working on it. New stuff.
It's
coming.
actually not bad either. It's more like shit is designed. Now it's the development. You know what I mean? Like,
We're still here.
all right, I'll shut up.
But yeah, so just be on the lookout. Subscribe to our email list on omadagolf.com. Follow along at OMADA Golf on Instagram. Follow along on T-Box Talk Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Check out the OMADA Golf YouTube for full video podcasts. And unless anybody else has anything else, I don't think so. Thank you so much for checking out episode 13 of T-Box Talk. If you haven't listened or watched last week's, go watch it. Phil the Thrill was absolutely amazing. He was so funny. We are going to be having him on again shortly. Next week, we're probably going to preview the Open. That should be exciting. We'll make some picks. And other than that, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And happy 4th of July.
See ya.